with, I want to talk to you. I'd be like, oh, Jesus. Mm-hmm. About what? The drinking? Yeah. Well, and then I would, the game was on. This was doing, blah, blah, blah. Come with the excuses. But there's got to be a way, and I'm sure there's some really smart people out there on the internet where if you did like a search for how to talk to, a loved one without being too confrontational or...
Right. Well, if you're talking to anyone, if you're talking to the individual themselves, or you're talking to somebody, a loved one of the individual, or a boss of an individual, or a neighbor of an individual, and they're concerned about somebody else saying, I don't know if they have a problem or whatever, I found that what works, at least to get the conversation either rolling or get somewhere, is that tell them, I'll tell you about what it meant to me. I know I'm an alcoholic, and these are some of the things that I went through and that I experienced, because that can't be disputed. That can't be, like, that's the reality of it all. So, maybe they'll be like, well, yeah, she is, experienced, or I see this, that, and the other thing that are things that I just talked about. So there's, a connection between what I said that I'd gone through and what I was experiencing, and when I came to terms with the fact that I had a problem with alcohol, and what she was doing or is doing at the time. Sometimes people can, put that together and then be like, wow, maybe I do have a problem, or maybe she does have a problem. But figuring out is just that in itself, is figuring it out. What you do about it, that's the real challenge.
Well put. And switching topics now again. If you saw the picture that was posted on Instagram of me in that white hoodie, we're going to auction that sucker off.
Nice.
18
Are we auctioning off you in the white hoodie?
Hell no. No, because then we wouldn't get any money. But no, if, I don't know, we could start at like 18 million maybe, or should we get it a little bit lower, like 17 million? I don't know, like, because I think we should start auctioning stuff like that. Yeah. Because, like, I'll make one-of-a-kind shirts, like the Nintendo logo. I think that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, we could use the purple shirt.
Yeah, instead of, like, making, like, a shop, because we really don't have time. I don't have time to be pressing 800 T-shirts, and I just don't. And but if we made like one a week, one like cool ass shirt a week, like one cool design or whatever, and then we just auctioned it off and then use that as like donation money, and that could go towards rides, that could go towards clothing. See, there's so many things that we want to do. It's just insane. We were talking to a woman tonight about the things. She's like, what is 217 recovery? What do you guys want to do? And I was just like, blah, 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 blah. She's like, oh.
Corey's answer was everything. He said that to her. And it was just this like silence afterwards. Like she was waiting for him to follow up, like actually explain his answer. Like he really doesn't mean everything. She's like, so you want to plug every hole there is have to do with recovery. And he doesn't say anything back. He's like, yeah. We want to do everything.
Yeah. There's so many needs out there. And, when people show up, this is a huge one. When people show up to rehab, this is a guy that I know, I think was at the place that he entered and he had the clothes on his back. That happens every single day. Yeah. And how are you supposed to feel good about yourself when you're in a place and the only thing you have are the clothes on your back? How are you going to... It seems like it's going to be hard as hell to move forward. And if we can get these people clothes... And I reached out to them. I don't remember the name of the people who owns them. But Gorman's in Petoskey, that's a great store. We go there all the time for our clothing that we donate to recovery centers. And, I reached out to them saying, hey, can you guys donate some clothes? I don't know where you got trucks going on. I mean... Your stores aren't doing anything right now with COVID-19, so you got some trucks somewhere. Can you donate those clothes to us, and we will get them to the treatment centers? Because I think if people can get the clothing, they'll have, if you look good, you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is a huge step in the right direction to building self-confidence. And, you know, when they go into a treatment center, I know when I did, I was at my lowest. I felt like a piece of garbage and not worthy. And now all of a sudden, okay, get them some new threads. And it's like, hey, look, you know I'm going to comb my hair today. You know, and a lot of people, when they come to treatment, they do cut their hair. You know, they start with the little things at first. You know, it's like, oh, well, let me shower every day. And those are new things for some people. And I just, you know, I want to help on that aspect. I want to take people to their appointments, and, you know, I'm not taking people to liquor stores. I'm not going to, I don't think we're going to take people to rehab. That's not our job. You know, I don't think.
We would, though.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to see on the insurance part of that, because there's a lot of things in there. If someone has a seizure, or I mean, there's a lot of training and stuff. And I don't know, maybe that is something we do. Maybe it's not. I'm not sure. But, you know, if they're coming from like maybe a hospital or something, maybe we could take them to a treatment center. But I don't see taking people to detox as something that we would do. We could, yeah, I'm not sure about that. The liabilities, I don't know. You're looking at me like, you quit being lazy, Corey. No, but there's a lot of things that we need to do and that we can do. And, you know, I want to make a movie, and I emailed Shannon from the Kalamazoo State Theater and said, hey, can we rent that real quick? Because I think that would be a great place for our little movie. And, you know, in my mind, I have it envisioned to where it's, because there's going to be a lot of comedy in it, and there's going to be a lot of recovery in it. And it's going to be called Meet Recovery. And, you know, with Chris Goss, you know, going to Battle Creek, I think would be something that would be interesting. But a lot of it I want shot as kind of like a stand-up / TED Talk type deal. And I don't know, I'm reaching out to do that. You know, I'm getting my hands into a lot of different things because I want to educate the public that, hey, this is recovery, and we are in recovery, and we're good people. You know, you get the people like Dax Sheppard and Robert Downey Jr. And, oh man, look at them. You know, they came out the right end, and yeah, well, they got millions of dollars too, and they're doing all right. We don't hear from Joe, who works at the tire shop, you know, who pulled out and he came through and now he has his kids back. Or the woman who, you know, pulled through and she kicked her heroin addiction or quit meth, and now she has her kids back. You know, those are the real success stories. You know, Robert Downey Jr., yeah, good for him. Dax Sheppard, yeah, good for you, buddy. I'm glad that you're, you know, interviewing 50 Cent. That's real cool, man. Good job. But that's not our people. You know, they might be in recovery, but I don't really classify them as being our people. I don't see them going through the struggles day to day. You know, I see them maybe, hey, you better quit drinking or you're not going to get this next movie. Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds great. I don't really know. I mean, maybe they are the same as us. Maybe they're not. I mean,
celebrities are obviously people too. They're just, their struggles are different. I mean, celebrities' lives are different than other normal day-to-day people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
they're just all the way around and encompassing take away the addiction. Just every celebrity, their lives are not normal. They don't go to the grocery store like normal people. They have their own personal trainers and gyms at their house. You know, they're chefs, whatever you want to call it. And maybe it is, maybe I'm talking more about money and all that, but I'm saying, like, people in recovery, they're entitled. They struggle just like we struggle. Their struggles are different.
Yeah, and I don't know. I guess
when you're saying not like us, yeah, they have, but they still struggle. They're different struggles than our struggles.
I don't know. I guess what I was trying to say is, like, I don't really want those people on my podcast. I don't know. If at the beginning I was like, oh, that'd be cool to have like celebrities, and now I look at it like, no, that'd be a waste of my time. Like, I don't really want to talk to Robert Downey Jr. about his addiction.
Well, every person that stays sober today that struggles with alcohol or drugs, any substance abuse or substance issue is, is survivor and is our people. That's how I look at it. But I see what you're saying is like the day-to-day people that we run across.
Yeah.
Make more sense to, hear from because we can connect on that level.
But people seem to jump on that, like, oh, look at him, he's in recovery, he's so good. Like the dude from Mad Men, he was a raging alcoholic, and I guess he's still kind of an a-hole, but he did some really shitty things to his college, what do they call it, fraternity, whatever he did. He almost went to jail or did go to jail or some prison or something. Like there was some bad stuff that he did. And but he's better now. Look at him. He's just a success story. And I'm like, yeah,
right.
Well, he's still a douche kind of. But I don't know. Like those, I don't know. I guess it's just I want to talk to the people that have real life stories,
right.
if that makes sense. And okay, so does Dax Sheppard have a real life story? Sure. Does Robert Downey Jr.? Sure. But a real commoner, I guess, if that makes sense. A more, I don't know, more percentage of the population are like us,
right. People you can relate your story to.
Yeah, and I think that provides more hope and inspiration. Yeah, you might not know them, but I guarantee you their stories, the stories that we're going to hear from people, are 10 times those of, this guy, now he made it in the movies again. Ooh. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Or maybe I'm just trying to beef with those two guys.
You're trying to reel them in.
Yeah, because I'm talking about making my movie now.
Right. Maybe they want a piece of that.
I didn't even know it was coming. See? It's just hidden deep.
Yeah.
Now I'm beefing with them. Until I say I'm not. Iron Man sucked. I'm laughing. I'm just kidding.
Oh, but I do want to say one thing too is about the.
You beefing with somebody? Oh.
No, about about the clothes. Mm-hmm. Is that I know for in my experience, I've been asked before by general public, what's 217 recovery, and I'm thinking I have an answer for them too. I mean, I'll answer it and I'll tell you what I say when I tell you. But first off, is I wear those clothes with pride because it says 217 recovery, and it is something because it's our organization, that, and we're started off, Corey started it. He does this podcast, and now we got all these other things that are, developing and, that we're adding on to and so on. But that right there, for me at least, is saying for me, it's that I'm sober today. I'm living a life of recovery. And this is kind of reflective of something that is part of my life that, keeps me sober, or that, I'm recognized with to be sober about 217 recovery. But for other people, it's that I support the recovery community. I support 217 recovery because 217 recovery supports, gives hope and inspiration to people in active addiction and in recovery, current recovery. So I don't know. For me, it's like a symbol. It's why do people wear stuff with other logos on it? What does that mean to them? What do they want people to think about them when they look at them? Just because is somebody wearing, I don't know, what's a good example of a logo of a brand or something that people wear?
FUBU.
Okay. I don't know, Nike, Victoria's Secret, the pink
for
whatever.
Us, by us.
FUBU,
it's for us, by us.
Oh, yeah. So. Yeah. DC, whatever. I mean, different brands kind of say different things about what it is that you know about or like or are part of, or you wouldn't wear it if you don't represent it in some way or another. And so for me, 217 recovery it's like a Nike symbol or, whatever Adidas logo or a Victoria's